We are live. Alrighty. Hey, everybody. I'm Rob the Builder. Can we build it? Yes, we can. Hey, David. Sorry to be a bit tardy to the party. Now, today our mission is a pretty straightforward one, I think. Because I think we've already done the prepping we have. And that's to get our fuselage together on the P-51B. And after that, we have some options. Possibilities would be the interior of the. Oh, I've got a plan with my headset, by the way. As I'm moving next week, I'm thinking that when I move, might be the time to make a purchase of a new one. After all, they might get damaged in transit anyway. Yada 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 yada. Oh, hey, Bassman, how you doing? Yeah, well, pretty good. Only thing is, because I'm having to pack, I'm pretty sore for a large part of the time at the moment. But then I'll get surgery next week, so it's all action, action, action. Anyway, let's get down to business, kids. Ooh, just so. Then there's the knee. Oh, the old gray berry ain't what it used to be. Cheering, guys. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Now, camera comes around. Now, maybe across a bit. That's it. Maybe a bit of focus would be advantageous. Ah, there we go. Now I shall move myself in. Oh, God, that involves standing up. Thankfully, I have acupuncture today, and that will help alleviate the knee issues at least. I'm told that once I get the hip in, I will feel immediately better. I am told. Yep. Maybe just a little bit of a filing up here. I'm seeing a small gap there, but the rest of it is pretty swish. All right, kids. Now, the other question. Look at that. Look at that. You can see it does fit quite nicely in that regard. Now, what's the... I see the issues. All righty. You will fix them. Now, might be better off just using a file. That's the one here, as it happens, just from being left out. I still haven't found that Mustang exhaust, so while I'm cleaning up, it's something I can actually give serious consideration to. It's clearing a lot of this away anyway. I'm packing it. There it is. Ouch. I've got a cut in my hand. And yeah. Well, maybe I won't do that. Now, there's got to be a way of addressing that without affecting floor. Look at the bulk of it. This one will be a bit easier. Oh, excuse me a moment. Now, now, because of this, we can be a little more vigorous. Because the floor's not on this part. More to the point. All right. Yes, this will do as it is required. Any gap that is left there at the front, I'll just use a bit of crystal clear. Now, the only question I really have now is where do I want to position the rubber bands? One at the front, obviously. One. Now, I'm going to need to be a bit careful here because, okay, so I'll need to go around there, across there, and into there, or around there, then probably one here. All right. Now, oh, listen to that click. That's what we want to listen for, I'm guessing. Yeah. All right. Let's get some rubber bands, chaps. Now, and ladies and others, we all know the drill. Now, you know, it doesn't matter how many times I do this, I always get a little nervous. Oh, that's probably a good size. We want small ones, smallest we can find. See if, not that one, this one. Let's see if we can find any really small ones. I think this is about as good as it's going to get on the size front. As the, oh hello, what about this one? Is that smaller or the same? Just a little smaller. Ah, ha! Here we go, boys and girls. That's the size. Excuse me. Now comes the, what the hell is this? There's a random piece of canopy. I know it's up, I know what it doesn't belong to, and it might, I reckon I know what that is. There's a whole stack of different canopy parts from the P-51B. This is one of the ones we are not using. Very simple. Now, because here's the ones we are. Hang on, where's my bloody... Oh, hang on. Now more stressy. Now we're good. Here they are. For a moment that I thought I'd lost the centre part. This would have been most unhappy making, it would have. But now I remember that I actually did trim it off as a separate thing to get a better angle on the painting I did. So yeah. Alright, let's just get all this shit out of the way. Because it's only going to be annoying in... One thing I must say is you can tell that it's going to be a bit, it'll go hold together quite nicely. Now, one last thing to check. Here they are. Let's make sure there's nothing else to go on the inside, or I'm going to get very grumpy with myself. Nope, we are good to go, boys and girls. Glue. Now, well, I haven't had anything to eat yet, and I'm fucking hungry. Yeah, already. Never mind. Now, there we go. That's cooperative today. Can't be unhappy for that. Now, oops, got a bit vigorous with the glue there. Never mind. All will be well. All right. One side was going to be a little more tricky. And we'll hold it there. All the way down here. Get on there. There we go. Now, there we go. Now, man, some excess here. Get that into there. There's a bit of a gap there. Let me hold for a while. And then we'll try and get the bands on. It's not quite holding in the middle. It will. Now, yeah, up here a bit more. That's better. Now at the back and then at the front. Wouldn't mind seeing if I can get a peg or something under that. Give me a moment. We're good. There we are. Now my hand's going to sleep. Gee, that's inconvenient. Well, it's never convenient. But almost there. And then we'll do the one on the front. Oh, I've unwrapped it. Let's see, this is a smaller one, I hope so. Twist. And finally, this part here will go together a bit more snugly. Let's see how we go once we got this on. And that's why I wouldn't mind getting a peg or something onto it to clamp it. I'm hoping that a peg is not too heavy on it, though. It's the other side of the equation. There we go. Up. All right. The upper. I see. So the line goes like that, is it? So we'll move you further up. All right. Now, what I wouldn't mind seeing if I can do, can I get that? Now, a pig will do that. And I reckon if not, I reckon I know where I can get one pretty easily. Thought I had one in one of my drawers. Well, not one, I thought I had some. What's the point? No, give me a moment. I'm just going to have a quick look on the table. Nah. All right, well, I reckon I know where I can get one pretty quickly. Right. Oh, dearie me. Now, over here, I believe I saw. Of course, I am wrong. Ah, here's one. Come here, you. Gotcha. Well, I might as well get a mouthful of water. Now, next. Let's see if we can directly under there, perhaps. All right, I think we're pretty good. Boom. So yeah, so we'll just let that dry now. What I've managed to get to here, it's not a. There are, of course, little errors I've made, and that's a bit. Like you can see, that's not quite exact. There, maybe. Or is it just the light? Oh, it's just the light. I'm good. Yeah. But you can see there's a small gap there. Now, I'm hoping that what I can do, actually, I might even do it now, is, I can't with, could I with, what I'll be doing is where there's gaps, and there are a couple of little ones. Do I want to try and get it? No. I will fill with crystal clear. Now, our upper areas are pretty good. The lines are very pretty. So, yeah. And we've managed to get it all together with all the detail of our cockpit intact. So this is a good outcome. We'll just let that dry now. All right, now, next. Now, here's a question. I did speculate about doing the insides of the canopies, didn't I? Now, well, I think, what else am I thinking about? That was it. Yes, I have done the wheels. Looking pretty good, actually. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking that we'd go for canopy interiors. Now, a question I can pose. Oh, God, another, that's annoying. Saw that coming, but at least I know where the part is. If you're wondering what I'm grumbling about, there are two parts of the canopy that have actually come off their sprue. They are identical parts as it happens. And the problem I'm going to have, I know how I'll address this, being a drama queen. Being any sort of queen's an impressive feat when you're a very large bald man, but we'll leave that discussion there. Now, what I'll do is, give me a moment. Here's one. And there's the other. Excellent. What I'll do, I'll get the file for a moment too, because as parts that fall off do, they leave a bit of their sprue on us. Scoundrels. Now, bing. And if we go to our blue box, come here, you. Bing. Deedly. Give that a quick file there. And then we'll have that from the same point here. Bing. All right. Now, a color of choice will be, excuse me, I'm just, whenever, I'm sure I'm not alone in this trait. Whenever I put something together, I'm forever looking to see, oh, is that right? Is it right? You think, yes, it is. Feel free to stop stressing. I ask you. I fucking ask you, mate. Cool. Cool. Now, we're looking for dark grey. I believe. Das. Nein. Ist nicht wirklich. Grau. Aber das? Nein. Sorry, I had German last night. I do have my dark grey out, I reckon. That's black. This is silver, oily steel. Dark grey. I do have it out. As the bishop said to the choir boy. Ooh. Somebody once pointed out to me, quite validly, that I might want to be a bit more wary with that line of humour, because there are people out there who have had that experience. Yeah, I thought, the man has a case. Now, a question I can ask, and I think all I'll do is I'll just use more dark grey, is this is, hang on, I should probably zoom in for this little explanation. Now, you'll see this part here where we've had to paint the olive drab. I am wondering what colour to paint underneath the olive drab. And you're going to be going, you're right there, are you, sunshine? Now we've got our olive drab in position. What I could even consider doing is redoing the stuff on the top, which I probably will actually at that point. But on the inside, I'll just do the dark grey as I have done everywhere else, so, or will do everywhere else. So that's going to make it a bit more simple. I don't think it's going to matter too much on the in the bigger scheme of life, the universe and everything. If an area that is unseen is a different colour. That's my take on it anyway. Now, now we will want a nice crisp blush for this one. We'll go. I know what we'll go with. Oh, that one's looking rather nice. Hang on. Goggle time. Yeah, not that one. How about this one? Yes, Roy. If you're wondering who Roy is, there were a couple of Australian comedians. I don't know if they still do stuff or not, but they were Roy and HG. They actually used to do their own commentary on some quite big sports. They even they cover things like the Australian Olympics. I think it's the Sydney ones, and where actually I'm going to bring this up. The official mascots for the games. Excuse me, I'm just going to try and get you so you can see what I'm doing. Were these? There was an echidna, a kangaroo. Anyway, they were something else called Sid, Millie, and Ollie. They came up with their own ones, or own one. Fatso, the wombat, and anyway, one of the ways that HG would often refer or address Roy was, "Yes, Roy." Let me just check something. Almost went the wrong side. The reason I use dark grey for the inside is because, to me, rightly or wrongly, oh, hey, Roland, how you doing? Where is the aim? How do you... Oh, the focus. Hang on. Yeah, it's a bit difficult with what I might need to do. Give me a moment. Sometimes moving these out of the way will help to get a bit of focus on. Come on. Come on now. think it's because it's a clear piece. There we go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. And now, of course, you've got to do it again. Anyway. Now my headset's playing up, I ask you. All right, there's one. Now we just got to do this. Really? Not quite getting the... You guys must be getting seasick. Hang on. There we are. That bloody toothpick now. I'm just going to stop trying. It's drawing my head in. Now this bloody headset, tell you. There we go. And I'll zoom out. At least you'll be able to see a bit more. Then I'll zoom in once you've done that one. Dear me. Having a frustrating time with this. Between the headset, the focus, and now. There we go. All right. So we'll put that there. There we go. So there's our seals on the... Will you stop that? Now. Focus, fuck you. You can do it. Okay, that's probably as good as we're going to get. There's the rubber seals. There's our... Do you mind? Come on now. Getting no bloody focus on this. It's a pain in the ass. Come on. I can't even show that to you properly. What if I bring it right up? Finally. Okay. So there's our olive drab on the outside. Oh, God's sake. Rubber seals on the inner. Finally got a decent chance of showing that to you. God, that was painful. Now we repeat the process. What I'll probably be best served doing is not that much. Now, if you're going to freehand a canopy, a few tips if you haven't done it before. What you want to do is, you find your edge, and so long as you keep your brush on that edge, you are pretty much guaranteed to not go wrong. Easier on a straight edge, of course. Curves can be a little tricksy. There we go. Once I've gotten this one done, I will give you the zoom in. Hopefully we'll have a bit more success with it than we did last time, and then we'll get on with the other bits. Almost there. Might do a little bit of toothpick action. We'll see. Yeah, we'll. And you've got to do it that way. Across. And across. There we go. And a little bit of toothpick work, and then we'll continue. What I mean by toothpick work is if you've made any small errors, you just tidy them up and drag that across, like so. Now, let's see how we go on the focus front, shall we? Zoom. Seal. Dearie me. Come on. Olive drab. Hang on. Can we do that? Get a better shot of that? Come on. Not. Now it's like he's got nothing at all. Wonder if I put that there. No, but you can see that there's our olive drab. And there's our dark seal. Actually, that's probably as good a focus as we've had. That rubber seal, outer colouring. And looking at that, now my hand's going to bloody slip. I tell you guys, I'm not having a good day of it. I just had an idea. I've had an idea. I have. Now, let's see if. Now, other bits are. We'll do this bit. Let's see. Oh, nah, not quite. What I was hoping to do was to see if we could get a bit of a focus at that range. But no, not really. Let's see. Let's give it I think it's because these are clear parts and there's all this stuff in the background. Maybe. Oh, ideas are always dangerous, mate. There we go. Now, first we'll do the little tight spots. A little bit of toothpick work straight away. But that's okay. Just a little bit there. There we go. Now the other side. All right. Now, Come across. Whew. Now, once I've gotten all the way across, I'll do the rest of the edges. All right. Now, so daisy. Now, angle. There we go. Whew. There we go. Now, just the very edge. What I might do very quickly is freshen the brush up. Just give it a quick rinse. This is one of the joys of acrylics in my eyes. You can just freshen a brush up by doing that, and it's good to go again. Whereas with my lacquers, cleaning is not just a casual rinse, freshen up and away you go routine. There's a process, you know what I'm saying? So yeah. Now then, let us continue. Once I've finished this part, I'll give you a zoom in, as you do. Now. These angles are a bit bitchy on occasion. Oh, there we go. Because they're very thin there. Bit of toothpick work. Itchy nose. There we go. All right, toothpick. Maybe go a bit. Oh, be good. All right. Now, those edges on the side. All right. Other side. Well, we've done quite well with a lot of stuff today already. If I can get, and I will, with the canopies completed, the fuselage together, we're well on the way to getting this kit done. The only question I really need to ask myself as I'm approaching this point of the canopies being done is, do I want to, this will be the last time I do this kit before the move. So a question I might want to ask myself is, do I just want to leave my assembly process there in the short term, obviously, until I'm in the new place, so that small things don't get knocked off? These are considerations, or, the thing, and the other thing I can really put together, because of course I'm waiting for the fuselage to dry, is a small thing on the wings which might get knocked around in transit. So I'm thinking, well, I might be well served. Tell you one thing I'm a bit nervous about, but it's an understandable piece of nervousness, but I know how to go about this. It's the moving of my assembled kits. The distance I have to move them is not that great. Only be, you guys do miles, don't you? It would be no more than actually a couple of miles, 3.2 kilometers. Anyway, point being that at the same time, I do need to cross a major road. Alrighty, now give me a moment just to maybe a bit more there. Did I just, for a scary moment that I thought I got dark grey, but I didn't want it on the center part of the canopy, but I didn't, so that's okay. There we are. Boo full. All right. Now, there we go. Now, that area there that's all dark grey at the front, that's not really going to be visible to anybody. I just did that colour for ease of purpose. But there's our rubber seals on the interior. Hang on, I can see a little spot I should probably scrub. But first I'll finish showing you anyway, because I've got time to do that. And here's our outside. One of the other good things about doing the inside, I find, is that because it gives a bit of backing to your outer color, makes it more solid. Further, when people look in, what they see if we can get, is if they can see the inside of the canopy, they see what looks like the right color. You know what I'm saying? I think most people would think, oh, shouldn't that be da 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 da? That's my theory. Now, Next, this is a fairly straightforward one. This little number. And you can't see what I'm doing. Oh, yes, you can. There we are. Bit more paint. There we go. Oh, should probably zoom out a little. Zoom out. If you zoom in, once I've got the thing done. Coming along. That's better. Come on, you. I think I need to freshen my brush up. Give me a moment. This won't take long. And then we'll get this finished. There we go. Now, oh, that's better. Right, 2, maybe a little more there. Just now, two lines. First one. Oops. A little bit of toothpick. We'll trot out shortly. Yeah, I need a bit more work on that one. We'll get a different toothpick. That's better. Need to redo a bit now, but that's okay. All right. Now, ouch. Legs already being temperamental. Dear, oh dear. Now, we shall... All right. I'm again going to refresh my brush before the last little touch, which is that inside line there. Then I'll give you a zoom in. Now, something I can consider and will consider what's more very quickly is right on the edges here. Yeah, nice. Because they would be this color. That's better. Ah, yeah, nice. Because that way the seals are also on the visible edges, if you follow me. Perhaps a little more. And then we'll do that last little touch. Then we're done. On the canopies at least. There we go. Yeah, that's good. Now, there we go. Oops. Give me a moment. A little bit of toothpick. Now, all right. Now, the other side. A little tricksy. Oops. No, very good. Whew. And in fact, I might even... Yeah, here we go. Oops. Yeah, just a little touch there. Clean brush first. Clean off the... do a bit of toothpick work. And I'll give you guys a zoom in. Alrighty. It was, there, yeah. Ah, yes. All right. Now, what I've done here, let me just get that out of the way, and probably that as well. So there's the outside of our canopy. Now, this is aluminium, and we've done the edges there to create our seal, and on the inside there. So, yeah. And one of the things I'm kind of happy with is if you can sort of see the seal just on the rim there, and that's kind of good. Now we also have done, of course, earlier, this little number. Might as well, think I'll probably wind things up here because, like I said, I don't want to put small stuff together. So I'll show what we've done. We had already done that. Now we've done the inside. Giving us that same sort of effect on that one. And we also did of course you're not going to focus, are you? Because these are in the background. Yeah, did it before. There we go. Olive drab interior. So, and we got 2 of them done. The other thing we got done today, the most important thing, though, is fuselage is together. Yeah. So we'll just let that dry. And that, I'm going to take my goggles off. Ow. Is me done for today. Alrighty. Excuse me. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. A bit over a week and I get a new one. Hip, that is, not body. I'll tell you what, new body wouldn't be entirely bad. Maybe like get one of those T100 hyper alloy combat chassis. That would be the chicken. Yes. Alrighty. Now, as I said, that's me done for today. Thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. First time viewers, I'm sure you know the drill. Follow, like, or subscribe. If you'd like to track me down on other platforms, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. Thanks, Bassman. Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. That's the plan, at least. I want to get the fuselage of the 109 together because my theory, pardon me, is the more big stuff I can get together, the better. Easier for transport. I don't want to put small things on, yada, yada, yada. I did get a bit done today. I was pretty happy with it. Like I said, the big one was getting the fuselage together. Glad to have gotten the canopies done because they're always a bit of a thing. All right. Catch his bass, man. It's been a while since I hit 10-4. Wow. Okay, yes. Now I was telling people about the platforms. Yeah, I'm Rob the Builder on Facebook and YouTube. Rob's the Builder on Instagram and Twitch. And again, we come to follow, like, or subscribe. Okay, tomorrow, yes, as I said, I will be back. My plan is to be back at a similar sort of time. Again, as I mentioned earlier, I'll be on the 109 tomorrow, and we'll see about getting that fuselage together. So at the end of the day, I'll be back tomorrow at a similar kit time and on the same kit channel. And hopefully I'll catch you good people then. See yous. My pleasure, David.